What's up, guys? It's CJ from smartktie.com. If you're a fan of US sports, then you must be loving this time of year. We're in the middle of the NFL and college football seasons. We have the Major League Baseball playoffs. The NBA preseason started with the regular season just around the corner, and so on. And since it is primetime sports season in the US right now, I figured I would review my favorite app for checking sports scores and stats. Some of you might be using apps like ESPN Score Center or maybe Sports Tap. Well, I prefer one called Score Mobile. We'll be looking at the Android version, which is free, but there's also a similar version for the iPhone and iPod Touch. So here we are on the main screen. We have a nice list of all of our favorite sports. We can customize this by going into Edit, and you can see that we can reorder, we can add or remove, and there's a nice variety to choose from. So we have Major League Baseball, PGA Golf, NASCAR Racing, NFL football, college football, NBA, college basketball, CFL football. I'm not sure who watches that, but you can choose it if you want. Hockey, Formula One racing, a bunch of soccer, even MLS soccer, and tennis. So pretty much all the major sports, at least in the US. So we'll just select one. We'll go to college football and wait for it to load up. So here we are at the main screen for college football. The layout may vary depending on which sport you're looking into, but this is the one for college football. At the top we have two tabs. We can go to the right tab and it allows us to sort by maybe the top 25 teams in rankings, all the football teams, or even narrow it down by conference. So maybe you just want to check out the ACC or Big Ten or SEC. We'll go ahead and jump out of here. And the left tab allows us to check out different weeks. So we're currently on week 6. We can jump back in time and check out previous scores or stats, and we can jump ahead and read about some previews or maybe see who's playing who. We'll stay with the current week. So here we have some games listed, and as you can tell, all the games are finished because in college football they all are played on Saturdays, and it's Sunday right now. So we have the two teams that played. If they have a ranking, it's next to their name, the score, and it'll tell us if it's final. Now if it was game day and games haven't started yet, it'll tell us the time that it starts, some betting info like odds, or if the game is going on, it'll tell us the current score, how much time is left in the game, so some useful information. We'll go ahead and jump into this first game. Alright, it looks like we have a scoreboard, and either team is listed on the side. It tells us the score, it tells us their record, the conference record, and it tells us where it was played. Short scoring summary, so we have how many points were scored in each quarter, and then we have a detailed scoring summary. If we jump to this tab, we can check out some stats. So this is Nebraska's offensive stats. We can check out passing, rushing, and receiving. If we switch it up, we can go to kicking stats, defensive stats. We can switch teams, Kansas State, or we can read a recap. Well, that's actually quite long. So a good way to catch up on some missed games, and then we can send that as an email if you wanted to. Let's actually jump to week 7 next week, or this upcoming Saturday. And you can see here it tells us when the game is going to be played. We'll jump in there. And probably in a couple days, maybe 2 or 3 days, you'll have a preview tab up here. And it's just like the recap tab, except it'll tell you what to expect in the game and some matchup problems, things of that nature. And you can send that as an email as well. So over here we have a calendar button. This actually allows us to save the game as an appointment, so we can stay up to date and remind ourselves. Then we have an injury report, so that's nice to have. Let's actually go to a different sport now. We'll go to NBA. Alright, so a little different layout here. At the top we have the date, so these are games from yesterday. We can jump ahead, Sunday, so some upcoming games, or we can tap on it and jump straight to the particular date. We can shuffle through the months, jump ahead, or go to teams and select a team and check like that. So we'll go back and let's actually jump in here real quick just to see what it looks like. Okay, pretty much the same as the football one, but some other stats listed. So here we can check out the Nets players and 76ers players, and then we have the recap. Let's jump ahead to today. So today's games, we can save it as an appointment. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way to save a team's games all at once, so I would love to see it where you can add maybe the whole season's games, but it seems like you have to do one by one unless there's a way that I haven't discovered yet. So just like for college football, we can check out injuries and save to calendar, and there will probably be a preview eventually. And before I forget, let's actually press menu. So depending on which sport you're in, it'll actually cater to that content. Let's jump into news, and we can read up on some basketball news. So let's click on that. We can send it as an email or just read it. Let's jump out and we'll go to video. So this is streaming video over 3G or Wi-Fi, and this is a bunch of basketball. So it's basically video on whichever sport you're into. So we have NBA, NFL, mixed martial arts, hockey, baseball. The content's alright, but it's just cool that it's in there. So menu, we'll go to standings, and we can actually check out the standings for the sport. So here's basketball. You can change by conference or division, and let's jump to stats. So some stats for the league. So here's points per game, the leader. We can check out who's leading in rebounds and assists. So this was a look at Score Mobile for Android. It's my go-to app for checking scores and stats of all of my favorite teams. You can get it for free in the Android market. If you have an iPhone or iPod Touch, you can get it for free in the App Store as well. So if you know of an app that's better than this one, please let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to check it out. And as always, please thumbs up the video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.